Welcome to Pilates Fusion. We're going to be doing some gentle yoga this morning, some balance, a lot of core work, getting our spine stronger, lengthening the spine, and of course, connecting with our breath. Let's start connecting with our breath right now. Let's close our eyes, sitting up in crisscross applesauce with our knees just in a relaxation pose. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Connecting with our breath, connecting to the present, thinking of our breath can be used in times of joy, in times of stress. Taking another deep breath in and letting it all go. Let's take one more deep breath in and exhale. Alrighty, we're going to start this morning with Angry Happy Cat, a gentle yoga position. Bringing our knees to the mat, hands come down to the mat, fingers are spread. Let's gently let our head hang between our hands, and we're going to take a deep breath in and bringing our back up into a C curve, stretching it to the ceiling. Taking that deep breath in and then exhaling, bringing the belly down to the mat. And let's come all the way up again, stretching out that spine, taking that deep breath in and exhaling. One more time, deep breath in, bringing that back into a C curve all the way to the ceiling, and then bringing the belly to the mat. Let's come up into downward dog, coming up on those toes. Letting the head continue to hang between the arms. And we're going to walk our dog out, bringing each foot up and down. Stretching out those hamstrings. And now we're going to come forward, opening that chest, coming into King Cobra. And then let's come all the way back up again. It's downward dog, walking those hamstrings out. We're going to bring it forward again, opening that chest into King Cobra. And if it makes your body angry, you can always bring your belly back down the mat. Stretching out that beautiful spine. We're going to come up one more time. Let's walk our dog out. And then coming forward, and you have a choice now. You can come into King Cobra. You can come into plank. I'm in plank right now. Pausing and holding it. Plank is a great exercise snack. I've been talking about exercise snacks in my class, that we always like to have maybe a little protein snack, perhaps a little yogurt or cheese or a piece of fruit or some veggies. But maybe when we're having our nutritional snacks during the day, we can plug in a little 1-minute exercise just to maintain our health and to get a little stronger, especially if we're a little bit busy in the day and might not have time for a whole hour workout or 50 minutes. You can always go for a 10-minute walk, do a plank. We're going to do one more exercise snack right now. Let's stand up nice and tall. And if you could find a spot on your wall, just going to move the camera a little bit. And we're going to come down into what I call chair pose. Let's connect to the wall. Let's roll our shoulder blades back. And we're going to just hinge down Pulling in the belly nice and tight. And this is called chair pose. Great exercise snack. Similar to a plank because we're doing whole body workout. Let's get a little lower. Pulling in the belly nice and tight. Taking a deep breath in. And exhaling. And then standing up nice and tall. So just wanted to give a shout out to the concepts of doing exercise snacks. My puppy was getting a little bit bored. Okay, ladies, let's stand up nice and tall, rolling the shoulder blades back, opening that beautiful chest, working on our posture. Arms are coming out like a T, and let's just roll them back. Again, working on that beautiful posture, standing up nice and tall. And let's reverse those circles. Let's bring our hands to our waist. And just loosen up that neck. A good place we hold our stress. Coming forward, just do some shoulder shrugs. And now let's bring those arms all the way up to the ceiling. Feet are spread almost the width of the mat. And let's bring that big ball of energy to heart center. Let's take a deep breath in and let it all go. Let's bring those arms all the way up to the ceiling again. And this time we're gonna come down to a front forward roll. Let's come down slowly and gently just to our tailbone, our coccyx bone, and letting the arms hang. And we're just gonna do some small circles, like the size of a tennis ball, and then reverse it. So this is a great one to do if you're maybe in office appointments a lot, or on a long car drive, or a flight. And we're gonna bring our arms down to a grandfather clock pendulum. Coming center, meet me in the middle. Let's honor that spine coming up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulder blades back. Let's bring those arms up like soccer goalpost arms. And we're going to hinge down what I call sanctuary pose and hold it, feeling ever so strong. Maybe we can hinge a little lower. And we're just pausing. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Happy Friday, girls. Let's get stronger than yesterday. Standing up nice and tall. Let's bring those arms all the way up to the ceiling. And we're going to come down to the mat, walking it out into a plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are back in that plank pose. And we're just going to take a pause. Pulling the belly in nice and tight. Again, full body workout. All right, ladies, let's bring our knees down to the chest. Forehead comes down to the mat, and we're just gonna walk those fingers out, coming in child's pose, stretching out that spine. Let's take a deep breath in and let it all go. Another deep breath in and exhaling. here celebrating, feeling a little grateful this morning. Let's do something special for our body coming into pigeon. A nice gentle stretch, bringing our right leg forward and opposite leg is long. And you can stay here if this feels good for you this morning. If you want a little bit more, you can stack your hands, bringing them down the mat, forehead coming on top of the hands. And let's just breathe into this stretch. Connecting with our breath, feeling some calm, some good energy this morning. And exhaling. Take another deep breath in. And letting it all go. Let's gently come out of this, and we are going to bring the opposite left knee long. And again, you can stay here if this feels good for you today. If you want a little bit more, you can stack your hands, bringing your forehead down to the mat, and just breathing into the stretch and letting it all go. All right, ladies, we are going to move on to some classical Pilates now. Let's sit up, feet are flat on the mat, grabbing onto our thighs. And we're just going to hinge back our spine a few inches and then sitting up nice and tall. When we get tall, let's roll those shoulder blades back, opening the chest. We're just working on what is called a half roll up. Loosening up our back a little bit. I always say one of my goals today is to get some happy backs. Okay, enjoy your little break because now we are going to move on to full roll up. Let's shoot our legs long, feet are flexed, and let's pretend we have a little pulley here and we're just going to hinge down to our mat, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing our arms overhead, taking that nice kid stretch, taking a deep breath in, and then coming all the way up. And let's do a nice, beautiful two-way body stretch, trying to shoot that tailbone out the opposite way. And then sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulder blades back, and then coming all the way back down again. Taking that nice stretch over our head, coming all the way back up again. We're going to do 3 more this morning together. Working on elongating that spine, getting our core a little stronger. All right, ladies, we are going to take it down to a bridge position. So let's put our feet flat on the mat, and we're going to connect our back to the mat. Let's roll our shoulder blades back so our scapula is engaged in the mat. Bellies are in, nice and tight. Arms are long and strong. And we're just gently bringing up lower back, middle back, upper back, hinging nice and tight. And we're just going to pause a moment and take a deep breath in. And exhale. Another deep breath in. And let it all go. bring the pelvis to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Meet me in the middle. And we're just going to hold this pose for about 30 seconds. Connecting to the present with our breath. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that back all the way back down to the mat. Bringing our knees to our chest. Feeling ever so grateful for this beautiful Friday morning. Rolling out our spine. So this is called baby back roll, and this is another really good one to do if your back ever feels tight, or even just a great way to start the day when your coffee is brewing, giving yourself some self-care. Now we're going to come into happy baby, grabbing those big toes and rolling out your spine a little more, checking in on our flexibility. All right, let's shoot those legs long, and we're going to reconnect our back again, rolling our shoulder blades back. And we are going to work on one leg circles. So let's shoot that right leg pointed to the ceiling. Left hip is engaged to the mat, and we're just going to bring that leg all the way around in a big circle, pausing up at the top. If that makes your body angry at all, you can always do a small circle, maybe the size of a basketball. So you have some choices. So we're working on our one leg right circle. Maintaining that back connection. Left hip is connected to the mat. Let's do 10 more. Now we're going to reverse that circle. All right, we're going to do 10 more, girls. All right, and then let's slowly, with control, lower that leg all the way back down to the mat. And let's reconnect those shoulder blades to the mat, opening that chest. Great for our posture, and we are shooting up that left leg. Foot is pointed, coming into our left leg. Circles, pausing in the center. Right hip is connected to the mat. All right, let's pause it in the center, and we're going to reverse that circle. This is a gentle hip opener. Also working on our core. All right, let's bring that leg all the way back down the mat and bring those knees to our chest again, rolling out our lower spine. Coming into happy baby, grabbing those big toes, rolling out our back a little more. And we're going to come back now into some more bridging. Let's put our feet flat on the mat. Let's roll those shoulder blades back, opening our chest, pulling the belly in, and we're going to bring up lower back, middle back, upper back, and taking a pause. And now we're going to shoot that right leg, foot is pointed to the ceiling, and we're gently going to do a little daydream. We're painting a stripe with that leg, coming down to our knee, opposite knee, and then coming all the way back up. Alrighty, let's pause that foot at the ceiling, and we're going to slowly bring it all the way back down to the mat. Let's bring that back down to the mat too, and let's take a deep breath in, and exhale. Slowly bringing the back all the way back up again, lower back, middle back, upper back, shooting that left leg. Foot is pointed to the ceiling, and we're going to work on doing those stripes again. Bringing that leg down to match the opposite knee, and then coming all the way back up. Nice and slow, creating resistance, very elegant, just like a ballerina. Getting that leg nice and strong, working on our core. Alrighty, let's bring that leg all the way slowly back down. And we are going to do some gentle inversions. So let's roll up on our hips, and we're just going to bring our feet into the scissors, like a pair of cooking shears. And then we can bring them into a bicycle ride, a little daydream. And if you want to make this a little more challenging, try to ride your bike a little forward with your legs, nice and slow, creating some resistance. And now let's reverse that bike ride. And if you're looking for a little challenge right now, let's bring our feet center. Feet are pointed. And then we're going to, this is a challenge again, slowly bring those feet over our head and holding onto our toes, lengthening that spine. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. All right, let's rock it out, coming all the way forward. Feet are flat on the mat, and we're going to come into an exercise working on the flexibility of our spine. Joseph Pilates used to say, we are as young as our spine. This is called rolling like a ball. If you have any kids that visit, anyone under 10 will be very impressed with this, but super good for our spine. Hands come together in prayer position, and we're going to open the book, grabbing our ankles, and I will demonstrate. I'm going to roll back on my scapula, and then sitting up nice and tall, trying to land with our feet like an inch above the mat. Feels really nice on your back. Alrighty, let's do one more. I'm going to turn on my fan. Okay, ladies, let's do a little daydream that we're all at a beach shop together and we're getting one of those big yoga balls. We're doing a Pilates exercise called spine stretch forward. Our feet are about 3/4 the width of the mat and feet are flexed. And we are going to bring our arms forward and our spine forward, hinging over that big beach ball. Nice two-way Pilates stretch, stretching the tailbone out the opposite way, and then sitting all the way back up, trying to grow taller, rolling our shoulder blades back, opening the chest. Hips are pushed into the mat. Let's go for it again a few times. Coming all the way forward. And then sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulder blades back. Let's roll the shoulder blades back, coming forward. And sitting up nice and tall. We can move on to one of my favorites now called Mermaid. It's a side stretch of the obliques. So left hand is coming to left ankle, right arm is coming to right ear. Let's take a deep breath in and try to lengthen that arm to the ceiling and then exhale into a nice rainbow stretch. All the way back up again. This should feel really nice. A little gentle pull from your side. Taking a deep breath in. Stretching to the ceiling and then exhaling. Coming all the way back up again. Last time, make it your best. Taking a deep breath in. Lengthening and then exhaling. Slowly coming out of that and moving on to the right side, right hand to right ankle, left arm to left ear. Let's take that deep breath in, coming towards the ceiling, and then into a gentle exhale to a rainbow.
right back up again. Trying to reach a little bit deeper, up to you. Taking a deep breath in. And then an exhale. All the way back up. This is your last time. Make it your best. Let's try to reach a little deeper. And exhale. Coming all the way back up. And you're going to plug in a teaser challenge. So teaser is full body workout, working on some balance. The easier way to do it is to sit up on your sits bones, and we're just going to bring our arms and legs forward. And then you can always do some small circles with your arms. Playing with your feet, moving your feet up and down. I'm going to get a little bit better on the camera here. Or you can just try to hold it. Be very normal to be shaking a bit. This is quite a challenge. And let's drop it. The other way to do teaser is to lay down on your mat, and we're going to roll those shoulder blades back, keeping the bellies nice and tight, and glutes are engaged. And I'm just going to rock up with my arms and legs. Right, I'm trying to get on camera a little better. Let's drop it. So now you have seen both ways to do teaser. The best thing about teaser is only 3 times are usually expected. So let's do our favorite for our last time. And then bringing it all the way back down to the mat. Now, as a reward for teaser, I have a fun little dance routine we're going to do together called Can. Also, whole body workout. Let's bring the feet, the toes on the mat. And first, let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. All right. So, we are going to do this can fun exercise together. Knees are going to go to the right, the left, the right, and then shoot them long and strong. Super cute on the beach. Whole body workout. Let's take it center. Kind of like being a rocket for a day. Let's bring the knees to the left, to the right, to the left, and then shoot them long. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meet me in the middle. Let's do that one more time, girls. We're going to take it to the right, the left, the right, and shoot those legs long. Coming center, to the left, to the right, to the left, shoot those legs long. Center, we're going to move on now to some leg lifts. So we're coming long on the mat, feet are coming forward, and let's just do some leg lifts with the working leg forward and back. Our body is glued to the mat. Bringing the feet together. Now the working foot is going to
come all the way up. The foot is pointed and then changing it to flex, coming all the way back down. And holding that belly nice and tight. You can continue connecting with your breath, getting that good serotonin. Bringing that leg all the way back down to the mat. And now we're going to bring it up into a beautiful circle, pausing at the top, bringing it down, brushing the opposite foot. And you can also do a small circle, like a basketball size, if you'd like. And now let's reverse that circle. Now we're going to bring that working leg forward. And we're just going to bring that foot, move it to meet the opposite foot in that same direction. Press the knee up a little bit, working on our inner thigh. Bringing that leg up and down, some small leg lifts. Coming into a circle. And then reversing it. And now let's move over on the opposite side of our mat. So again, we're in that banana pose. We're long on our mat and feet are coming forward, working on the forward and back stretch. And then feet are coming together. And then let's bring that working foot all the way up. Foot is pointed and then coming back down, foot is flexed. Coming into our circle now, coming all the way up, pausing in the center, coming down, brushing that opposite foot. Pausing up at the top, let's reverse that circle. And then bringing that working leg forward, moving into our inner thigh, pointing that foot towards the opposite foot, gently pressing the knee up a minute, a little bit, coming into our up and downs, that foot, that leg, and then moving into some gentle tennis ball circles, and reversing it. And let's come all the way up to a standing position, ladies. Standing up nice and tall, rolling our shoulder blades back a few times, pulling the belly in nice and tight. Let's close our eyes, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Bringing the arms all the way up to the ceiling, bringing that big ball of beautiful energy to heart center. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. One more time, bringing the arms all the way up to the ceiling, getting that big ball of energy. Maybe it's even a little bit bigger now. Taking that deep breath in and exhaling. Ladies, I wish you all a beautiful Friday. Thank you for joining me in some Pilates Fusion this morning. Hope you're feeling a little stronger than yesterday. If your body feels a little bit tight at all, I always recommend Epsom salt baths are wonderful. You can get Dr. Teal's from Walmart or your local grocery store, or even
gentle walk is always great too. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.